Sometimes I think about these powerful words that God said to Adam. These are words that we have all seen in action, heard with our ears, and experienced with our hearts so many times in our lives. Majority of the people find these words mysterious, but those who have had a taste of understanding of these words are truly touched. However, the moment of understanding doesn't last long. No matter how many times these words cut deeply, once the wound has healed, we still forget about them and enter into a cycle. These very powerful words God said to Adam seems to always slip through our mind and our hand. But it is time for us to get a grip. And then we forget about it for a very long time until the cycle happens. What is the word that God said to Adam? This is what God said. Genesis 3, verse 19. Remember, you are dust, and to dust you shall return. And I think about the current situations, how people think, how people destroy one another, how people kill one another. And I think about, and I question about, why do majority of us live a life that we think we're going to live long. We think we're going to live forever, and we're not. We seem to forget that the dust shall return to dust, to the ground. And I think about it, for a life that is short, that is not even over 80, and 90%, 99.1% of that life we live before we turn to dust is merely about judging others, oppressing others, killing one another. And it's, I can't grab it into my mind, and don't understand the things that people do. Why do people do the things they do? Looking at George Floyd, who was murdered, I can't understand why that man's soul, the person who was kneeling on his neck, where was his heart? What was the police officer thinking when George Floyd was yelling, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe"? Was he thinking about the air that God put in all of us so we can have life? The breath of life that God first blew into Adam, so that now he may live. Where is that goodness? The Bible says we're created in the image of God, His likeness, His goodness. And I sit and think about, where's the goodness in people? This common sense. And each day we live as if we're going to live long. We live as if we're going to live forever. Too bad. The skin, the dust, shall return to dust. So why do we live a life that is from evil? Why do we have the thought, the action of the devil to destroy oneself and others? Why does it remain hidden over and over again? Where does the thought come from? The thought of evil, the thought of evil. Where does it originate? Why has it come so challenging, so difficult to be good? What has darkened the good soul, the good heart that is within the dust? Where is it? Where is it? And over and over and over again, we live as if we're going to live forever. But God said these words to Adam. Remember, Adam, and he seems to forget. He says, remember, to dust you shall return to dust. Before we return to dust, that's important. Because at the end, that dust, that skin of our color, doesn't matter. It will turn to ash. It will turn to dust. So then, the question is, how can I bring forth the goodness within me? How can I bring forth the goodness thought, the goodness action, the goodness within the heart and the soul of ourselves? So I just want to tell you, remember, before we turn to dust, because we come from dust, let's live a life of peace, kindness, goodness, and most importantly, to live and to walk with love with one another.